What's going on, moms? It's Lauren, three-time Olympian, three-time mom, and founder of Strong Mom. And today I want to chat about the most common limitation that moms bring up when speaking with them about their fitness, health, and life goals. And that is time, or more specifically, lack thereof it. And by the end of this video, you're gonna have concrete action steps to getting your time back. I constantly hear about all of the time you don't have to work out or prep food, right? You don't have the time to find the new ways to create new habits and ultimately live the life that you want. I either hear, hey, I wanna get to the gym, or I wanna change my unhealthy eating habits, but work or family commitments get in the way, right? I'm sorry, but not sorry to let you know that this mindset is not only counterproductive, but it is the very excuse that is keeping you where you are. And if you're watching this, my bet is you are stuck or somewhere in that area. I don't know about you, but stuck, that's not gonna cut it for me or any of the women that we work with. And here's what I mean. We are always going to make time for the things that we truly and consciously prioritize. Do you think you're ever gonna miss out on that big business meeting you have this week or miss showing up to work on time? Do you think that you're gonna miss your kids' really big games or maybe even their dentist or doctor's appointment? But notice how I said you're not gonna miss your kids' dentist appointment or doctor appointment because it's way easier to cancel your appointment, right? Am I right? The answer to those questions that I just asked could be probably not, probably won't miss that meeting, but it's most likely an absolutely not, or maybe even a hell no. Here's the thing. The same thing happens with our fitness and health. It usually and unfortunately takes a major health scare, either yours or a family member's, or a situation where there's a ton of discomfort, maybe going on vacation and feeling so uncomfortable in your bathing suit that you actually miss the vacation part. Usually takes something like that to really understand the importance of prioritizing your health, right? So after the emergency or the discomfort, then it becomes crystal clear that there has to be time for your health because those situations actually force you to prioritize it. But why do you let it get that far, right? You shouldn't, no one should. It shouldn't take any of those extreme events before you actually make yourself a priority. And that is your physical health and that is your mental health as well. Okay, but don't worry, I'm not here to badger you without also providing you with a solution. As we say in our inner circle, we want problem solvers, not problem identifiers. There are already plenty of those in the world. So here we go. I'm gonna lay out the steps for you to overcome your perceived time limitation. And yes, I'm saying perceived for a reason. You have to trust me here. I have 3 kids of my own, 2 businesses to run, and I made time to train my ass off for the Olympics as well. Plus, I've helped thousands of moms from all walks of life, all different career paths, do the same, so I know that it can be done. Promise. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna share an exercise that I did when I started to believe that there wasn't enough time to fit everything in, right? I used to say there's not enough time in the day until I actually did this, and then I found the time that I was looking for. Here we go. Step number 1, you need to get honest with yourself, right? What are your priorities? Sounds simple, but most people miss this step. Does being in good health to be around your kids matters, right? Is being able to show up and being a good role model, does that matter? Is that important to you? I'm guessing since you're watching this video, you do understand that it is important, right? So let's be honest. If you think something is important, you need to prioritize it. And if you prioritize it, you'll make time for it. So step 1, getting dead honest with yourself regarding what matters to you. But before I go on, I wanna dispel the biggest objection. No, this doesn't mean you put yourself above your kids. This isn't your needs instead of your kids. It's your needs in addition to theirs. There's a major difference there. But if you really wanna get honest and get real for a minute, remember, your kids need you to prioritize yourself because your 50% best isn't good enough for them. You need to give your family the best of you and not what's left of you. But that's for another training. Okay, next step. Step number 2, I want you to write out your current schedule, right? I want you to start at the beginning of your day, right when you get out of bed. The mundane things that you normally don't think about, having breakfast, having coffee, reading the news if you do that, things like driving to work or whatever the start of your day entails. I want you to think of this like a time audit, okay? Make sure you think of everything that you are doing, including browsing social media, checking email, watching TV. Okay, this is where honesty comes back into play. So a pro tip that someone told me that I ended up doing was I cross-checked my screen time on my phone. You know, they have that screen time app to make sure that I wasn't missing out on that accidental social media scrolling. Most of the time when I've had moms do this, just by cutting out half of their screen time, they were able to fit in 3 45-minute workouts that entire week. Isn't that crazy? Okay, since we're talking about time, I do want to throw in our philosophy. You do not need to spend 2 hours per day in the gym to get results, okay? That's overkill. And anyone that tells you that doesn't have kids or doesn't know how to get you results. So just side note. Okay, moving on. Now we're gonna go to number 3. The good old what goes and what stays analysis. Okay, so now you understand your schedule, truly understand it, and it's right there on a piece of paper, and now you know where you're spending your time. I want you to go through each activity and rate it on a 1 to 10 scale on how important it is to you. You'll probably have things like work, sleep, quality time with your family rated high, or at least hopefully you do, or else we'll have another conversation. But there's other non-negotiable activities like driving to work, getting groceries, paying the bills, like those are things that we have to do as well, right? So we're gonna rate those. Now we're gonna get into gray area, because we all have the gray area time. That's TV time, social events, right? What you're saying yes to, scrolling through social media, reading magazines, doing crossword puzzles, things like that. So I want you to rate those honestly. And I want you to use the principle of relativity to your advantage, okay? It doesn't have to be the perfect score. The numbers just need to be in alignment with each other, with the other activities, okay? It doesn't matter what each number means. It should just allow you to see where you use your time and how it stacks up with the others, okay? Don't let the fact, I'm being very clear about this, don't let the fact that you aren't sure about the perfect score stop you from doing this exercise. Just start and use relativity. Okay, then I want you to cut the lowest hanging fruit, right? In this case, have activities of least priority. And then I want you to add that time to things you wanna do, workouts, meal prep, right? Grocery shopping for healthy food, mindfulness practices. I like to say the work between our ears, right? That helps habits stay forever. So let's just say you can find 5 hours per week. I promise people can find more than what they think. Maybe that's 2 hours of workout, 1 hour of meal prep, 1 hour of grocery shopping, and 1 hour of mindfulness. Here's the thing, you only need to cut out the things that will allow you to fit in those activities. You don't need to cut out everything that you love. Okay, you can keep certain fun activities that matter, that rank high, because those are things are gonna matter, right? But I do guarantee that you will feel so much better spending wasted hours being productive. Maybe leaving the social media behind, maybe cutting out watching the news, maybe watching 1 episode instead of 3 of your favorite TV show, right? Okay, there's more. Let's move on to the next phase. So we got our 1, 2, 3, honest, write down your schedule, and then prioritize. Number 4, adjust we must. A friend of mine told me that when I had kids, and that is life, folks, right? Life is fluid and a constant dance of adjusting when needed. So I want you to go ahead and start. I want you to take the added time that you have found and figure out when each of those activities, like workouts, will occur in your week. But I want you to be specific. Make sure you put exactly when and where you're gonna do your workouts and make them a priority at that specific time, so it becomes easy to schedule your workouts if you make it a habit. It's like an appointment that you can't change. So one major way to make sure you get your workouts in, and this is something I did for years and I still do, get your workout done early. If you can put it first thing in the morning, it stops life's other obligations and curveballs from getting in the way. All right, we're almost there. We're now on to number 5, adjust we must. Now we're going to execute, right? Take mental notes of how your newly established schedule is going. Are you getting your workouts done? Are you enjoying them at that time, right? Are you getting to your mindset training, your mindset practices? Are you getting those in? Do you even know what those are, right? If not, we'll dive into those later in another training. Are you getting to bed early enough? Are you getting proper rest? Are you getting your meal prep done? Your planning, how did your food keep for the week? Did you enjoy the food choices you made, right? Here are all things we can ask ourselves. These are things that can be optimized as you progress through your journey, and it's gonna help you make the changes that you're making last. Here's the thing. If you hated the food you made, or if the time you chose to work out has you fielding work calls and emails throughout, or if you can't wait for this process to be over, you're not going to succeed. Consistency over intensity, right? Consistency is what breeds success. And if you aren't enjoying the process, probably not going to continue down that path. This is why cookie cutter plans fail, right? Just do this without taking you into account. They fail every single time because they aren't customized to your life, your schedule, your likes, your dislikes. So this needs to be your new norm, right? You need to be very cognizant of how you are progressing, and if this is something, right, your new routine, if it can be maintained long term. And remember to always go back to the adjust we must attitude. If you try to change part of your schedule and it isn't the right change, do not throw away your intention. Just adjust your schedule. I can't state this loud enough. There will be trial and error. This is a trial and error action plan. Most people think of trial and error as trial and fail, aka time to quit. But I have learned the failure is just feedback, right? We need to move into the trial and tweak, trial and tweak, trial and tweak, trial and got it type of attitude, okay? All right, final step, promise. This is it. Number 6, optimize. At first, this time trial may seem overwhelming, I get it, but with time, you'll start to see and feel results, right? Your energy will improve, your relationships will improve, your clothes will fit better, you'll have a clearer head, and you'll begin to love the process even more, to the point where you might actually find, right, because we find what we're looking for, a few extra minutes here and there to keep your mind and your body sharp. This is the goal, ladies. If you can get to a point where it feels weird for you not to work out, if it feels uncomfortable for you not to eat mindfully for prolonged periods of time, that's when it becomes a lifestyle. That's when you've finally broken the pattern of yo-yo dieting, fad bullshit diets, right? Over time, you'll collect these tools, you'll sustain all of your changes, and your confidence will increase in your body and your mind, right? So, are you willing to make your health a priority? That's the real question. If you're seeing this, it means that you do. You want to make it one, right? Now you have a roadmap to start making some of the changes. That being said, I know change can be hard, and I know change can be slow, especially when you tackle it alone. So if you have any questions at all about how to implement this, I know I threw a lot at you, with support to get faster results, just sign up for a free 10-minute clarity call with my team. There's absolutely no risk, there is no cost, and our team has been exactly where you are right now and have found themselves again by using the principle stated in this video. Here's the thing, you never know. This could potentially be the missing link that you needed to get the results that you are looking for.